Fear is a great warning light, but a terrible master. And what I mean by that is fear can be helpful in certain scenarios. Like when your bus is about to break down because the brakes are not quite working and you're outside of the Mall of America and all of a sudden those warning lights go off that say, we got to get out of here. That's when it's a warning light letting you know that there could be harm or danger in the way. But it's a terrible master when we let fear be the thing that is in the driver's seat of our life that holds us back from pursuing ways and opportunities in which we can spend our life. Here's the thing. I felt fear the entire way through my road year. Fear of failure, fear of messing up, fear of people not liking me, fear of rejection. All of these things were very much so a part of that year. And I wish I could say that I got over it just in that 1 year and that one experience in my life, but that's not true. Because when I went on to be the youth director at my church, I felt those same fears. Fear of messing up in front of the students, fear of the parents being angry, fear of messing up an event, fear of doing something wrong. It was still present. That fear is even there as I continue to figure out how to put together messages. But here's what I'm learning about fear, is it is a punch by punch journey. It is always going to be present. I just have to learn how to listen to it, accept it, but move past it. How do I do that? A lot of times I let the fear surface. If it wants to speak, then speak. Tell me what it is that you're saying and let me go ahead and then wrestle through it. I don't deny it, I don't avoid it. I let it surface. And then I decide whether or not I'm going to give it access to my life, because sometimes it is a warning light and I need to be careful. And other times I need to say, I see you, I understand what you're doing, but I reject it. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not letting fear be the thing that drives me, and I'm not letting fear be the thing which holds me back from spending my life and modeling Jesus well to a broken world. And as I've done that, I have remembered a couple of things to help me push through the fight of fear. Number one was the passion that I felt. When I begin a project, when I begin an opportunity and a way to spend my life, usually there is this burst of passion where I want to go after something and I'm excited about it. And I will remember that. But I also know that that is just emotion. And it's important to remember, but what is more secure is the Word. And the Word also gives us the sense of purpose. I like to go back through the Bible and look at the verses and passages which reminded me of who I want to be and the things that I want to do in order to model Jesus to the world. And it's important for me to go back to that root. It also is important for me to go back to the things that people have said, their encouragements, these words of blessing, of just support when I begin a journey. A lot of times people do offer that sense of encouragement when you start something. And sometimes it fades as you continue in it consistently longer and longer over more time, and that's all right. It's up to me to remember the support that I do have and the encouragement that I have been given. But what about you? Do you feel a sense of fear as you're thinking about ways in which you could spend your life? If you do, you are not alone. I have felt it too, and you've read some of those stories. I would say go ahead and lean into those things that we've already talked about. But I also would say, continue pressing into God. Find out what He says about these opportunities for you to spend your life. Sit down with Him and talk about those fears, because He wants to listen and He will provide you that guidance through it. I can say this. I am so glad that I did not give in to fear and leave my road year. I'm so glad that I didn't give in to fear and leave my youth director position. I'm so glad that I didn't give in to fear and stop creating messages. Has it hurt the entire way through? Pretty much. But I'm still going, and I'm still growing, and I feel like my heart has been expanded, and I'm becoming more like Jesus because I'm learning how to lean into Him instead of listen to fear. And I hope that you find the same thing.